All right, major breaking news. We have some wild videos coming out of my home state of Indiana after a dude in a MAGA hat tried to attack a group of pro-democracy protesters and then ended up brandishing a weapon. And I want to bring some attention to this story for a few reasons. First of all, the mainstream media has completely failed to cover this story over the past day, but also the cops let this dude go. They bought the argument that he was defending himself, and the cops let him go after he brandished a weapon with the intention of intimidating the protesters who were just exercising their right to assemble, their First Amendment right. So I want to break this down because also it happened 90 minutes from where I grew up. I grew up in Northwest Indiana. This happened in Lafayette, Indiana, which is about 90 minutes from my hometown. So let's break down this Trump supporter brandishing his weapon, and I'm going to make the argument as to why he should not have been let go by cops and why this was not self-defense. And the great part is, we have multiple video angles. I mean, there's not that much great about the situation, but we can prove with multiple video angles that this dude was absolutely trying to intimidate the protesters. So let's start here. Witnesses. Man with gun threatened protesters in Lafayette anti-Trump rally, but the police claim the man was defending himself. Who am I going to trust? The multiple eyewitness accounts plus the videos surrounding him, or the man himself? I do not trust the police on this one, I'm sorry. Bystanders at an anti-Trump rally in downtown Lafayette on Saturday said a man angry about traffic jumped out of a truck, pulled on a Trump shirt and hat, retrieved a gun from his vehicle, and threatened protesters before being handcuffed and driven away by Lafayette police. So the police handcuffing him and driving away seems to be like an admission that this dude was the one being rowdy. A police spokesman said later Saturday that officers determined the man did not point the gun at anyone and was later released. But you don't need to point the gun at someone for it to be brandishing. If you're pulling the weapon out with the intent of intimidating the crowd, that is a political confrontation. You are inherently escalating it right now. Whether he raised the barrel or not at someone's face or whatever, the presence of the rifle means he's not passive anymore. And when I play the video, you'll see that he first gets out of the truck with no rifle, and then he walks back to the truck, and instead of driving off, he grabs the rifle. Is that not him intentionally escalating the situation when he could have just left? But let's continue. Hundreds showed up today at the Tippecanoe County Courthouse as part of a national hands-off mass mobilization movement involving cities around the country today. By the way, shout out to everybody who turned out yesterday. I got a lot of amazing comments, some amazing emails. I talked to some of you about your experience on the ground. You sent me some really funny signs, and it seems like we had a great day for our democracy, so I'm very, very proud of you. I was going to go to D.C. I was right about to fly to D.C., but some personal stuff popped up. This says, several protesters described the incident in which the man apparently became angry when the crowd was crossing the street and not allowing them to turn at the intersection. Okay, like, what is the... Let me just point out, this article that I'm reading is a complete dereliction of duty on the part of the journalist who wrote it, because they are completely misrepresenting what happened. I mean, just read this part and think about it for a second. It says, several protesters described the incident in which the man apparently became angry when the crowd was crossing the street and not allowing him to turn at the intersection. But, okay, why is the article repeating the narrative that the man was angry at traffic? That seems like the narrative that came out of the police. We've seen videos and we've seen reports that say the dude got so angry he threw on a MAGA cap before he hopped out of his truck. I feel like that inherently makes it a political situation when the people on the other side are doing pro-democracy protests with, remember, no weapons. The people on the other side had no weapons. They were just chilling. This guy throws on a MAGA hat. How is the article going to claim that he was actually angry because of traffic? That kind of feels like the excuse that the police used to cover it up after, right? But let's watch this video of it all unfolding, then we'll check out both angles. All that I ask from you is to make sure you drop a like. I mean, check this out. We are in the top 10 fastest growing political channels. We beat Charlie Kirk in terms of growth during Q1, and we may be able to beat Joe Rogan in Q2 in terms of subscriber growth. So if you subscribe below, we'll be neck and neck with Joe Rogan in terms of growth per month. But let's watch this clip.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Everybody that way!
911! 911!
I like how he's screaming 911, and when the cops came, they just hit him. But my analysis is not wrong here. It's clearly not wrong. I'm just saying, like, before he didn't have a gun. He did not have a gun in his hands. There's no gun here. You can see both of his hands. He runs back to his car, and instead of driving off, which would be the responsible thing to do, or locking your car doors, pulling off and calling the police, which would be equally as responsible, he grabs a gun out of his back door. You can actually see him open the back door, and he decides to come around and escalate even further. Is this someone who's trying to de-escalate or be responsible? No. He's the one who escalated the situation in the first place. And by the way, I'm going to continue playing the video, but shout out to the amazing citizens standing there who didn't even back down in the face of this dude's white trash rifle pointing ass. They didn't even back down. Just watch.
911! 911!
You jumped out of your car because
You're blocking the traffic! No, he's gonna take off! Hey, he's gonna try to go!
That's wild. It's wild. We have another angle right here. Let's check it out. It's a little bit longer. You can see the confrontation starting at the beginning. He's clearly the aggressor. You can just see there's a group of people standing here. You could just see that he's the one that clearly hopped out of his car, walked up to the group, and aggressed. There's no other way. Oh, and then he gets so, oh my lord, what a triggered little snowflake. So you're gonna come up and threaten this whole group. I mean, people's moms are there. I mean, the dude who headbutted him could have been there with his wife or his mom or his kids or whatever. I don't know how old this guy is, but you're gonna go up and threaten the group. And when you get pushed back and headbutted a bit, then you're gonna go grab a gun. He's such a snowflake. I'm sorry. I hate this woman. She said, I'm gonna protect my Second Amendment right. Fuck off. I hate this
Let's go! Let's go!
Again, notice how it feels like not one protester stood down. You even see people walking up to him actively.
Let's go!
What's this guy doing?
Go call 911.
You are blocking the traffic! I'm trying to circle my
Get out of here! Deplatform fascists! Deplatform fascists! Deplatform fascists! Deplatform fascists!
Yeah, when we say we don't want fascists in the country, maybe it's the guy who's brandishing the effing weapon. But again, a few things. First of all, this happened 90 minutes from where I grew up. Just absolutely wild. Also, how in the hell was this guy not arrested in any sort of way? I mean, I guess they handcuffed him and drove him away, but then they let him go a few minutes later. They must have been very sympathetic to his situation, but his situation was fully being the aggressor in every single way. He had multiple chances to drive away, multiple chances to stand down. He was the one that ran up in the first place. It kind of seems like he just threw a temper tantrum. Just a wild story. If you appreciate my breakdown, make sure to let me know in the comment section below. If you're from Indiana or around the area, I'd also love to know. I love chatting with fellow Hoosiers. Either way, make sure you drop a like. Subscribe so we can beat Joe Rogan in terms of Q2 growth. We can do it. It's up to you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.